Gary, you mentioned that you're transforming hybrid vehicles. Are they being transformed to gas, electric, or both?
Most of our hybrid vehicles are currently electric. I think we have had over time some CNG vehicles. I'm not aware, and Bob may know whether we currently have any in the fleet. No, we don't have any in the fleet currently.
So along those lines, I just read that there were 276,000 Tesla 3 vehicle advance deposits made, which means the electric surge is coming.
I did see that.
So my question is, I'm interested how and where DP&L and Exelon can help facilitate electric vehicle charging infrastructure throughout the state. You may not have an answer today, but from my standpoint, if these vehicles are going to arrive, somehow they're going to need to have the fuel they need to run. Yeah. So I'd like to offer that you think about that a little bit.
We certainly have
help us out.
We've been following not just the Tesla, but the Nissan Leaf and other all-electric vehicles that have been hitting the market and kind of follow the trends to see where they're going in each of our regions, both to make sure we have the infrastructure in place. And we have been thinking about and would love to continue the discussion how Delmarva might play a role in making sure that infrastructure kind of gets there in time, if you will, in time for the vehicles to come forward, which could involve some innovative rates, which would help customers do that. We have been experimenting with a pilot in Maryland right now so that people can we can use the electric charging of vehicles, not just to help get a lower rate, also use that as part of the, I'll say, demand response programs that we use in PJM, right, for storage and moving it. So we're looking at all those things and would love to continue that discussion.
Just a hint, you should also think about the app in the background where someone's going to be able to find the charging station who's not familiar with the area.
Yes.
Yeah, to some extent, Google and Yahoo have created some level of apps that do that thinking more nationally, and we'll do some research into maybe sharing some of those with you. I also have, which you're welcome to ride around with me, Volt. So I ride a Volt on a day-to-day basis, and so I've gotten kind of it's a nice hybrid kind of transition vehicle. You're not totally dependent on the electric. You can get gas if you need it. But it does have charging implications. It's part of a program we're doing with the Federal Department of Energy. And so, as Dave said, there's a lot of ties that we have into that. And we'll definitely further this discussion and start with staff and with some of the ideas, and we'll hopefully be in front of you with some additional stuff based on your comments.
Great. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Good luck with the
Thank you.
integration.
Thank you very much.
Then I got these on Friday. First thing I did was to go to the last page because I was looking for capital, $500 million. Just published public figures of the company. Retained earning, 80 million. Long-term debt, 300 million. Now you have good figures on ROE and capital investments. I would have loved to see some general figures, rounded, well-rounded,
right,
which are publicly published figures. That would have given me the size of the company in dollars, not in terms of percentages and or peer group comparisons.
Got it.
But otherwise, it's a very detailed, very well done, very good report.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the feedback on both counts, and we'll make sure we take that into account.
We will follow up. We will follow up with that information and just send it to all of you.
Yeah, and we can also get it from Google. That's my uncle, but I will just send a part of the report. But we can get it when we want it. Yeah. So it's okay. But it's a very, very good report.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that feedback.
One footnote question. Is this public information? For example, if communities want to know a little more about Delmarva and the merger and some of the things you guys do, is this for public consumption? Or?
Yes, it is. This is, I believe, on the website and public information that anybody can use. I do believe also post-merger we will be much more actively getting out into the community, probably with other presentations as well, just to talk about who we are, where we're going, what we're doing. So you'll probably see a larger amount of outreach. We're a little bit hunkered down during this process of the merger, as you can imagine, working on getting that done. And so it's kind of nice to be through it and moving on with a new future. And so the time to get out and talk to people is now. And so if you ever have an audience that says, hey, I'd like to hear more from them, by all means, forward it back to us through myself, Heather, anybody, and we'll get out to that community and talk to anybody, anywhere, on any topic.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
I think we want to do a picture.
Dave and Gary, thank you. I appreciate your time and efforts in coming down here and sharing with us. Certainly is always informative, as you've always been in with us. So we appreciate working together with you guys as well on
They want
issues.
to? They'll
Chairman Winslow, well, if I may just interject one moment. Commissioner Gray, when you get your Tesla, I'll be glad to sublet my extension cord out my window when you want to come down here and charge up. Perhaps we can negotiate a good electric rate.
Am I plugging into state outlet or?
As far as anybody knows, it'll be my electricity. I do have a couple other announcements to make. Chesapeake Utilities Corporation, Mr. O'Brien, will be having a gas sales service rates evidentiary hearing on Thursday, April the 14th, and it's here in Dover, and unfortunately our hearing room is used, so it's going to be upstairs in the pro-reg hearing room, upstairs. And that'll start at 10 o'clock in the morning. We are also having down here on that same day an integrated resource plan workshop with Delmarva Power, and I understand the calendar says it's going to start down here on Thursday, April the 14th at 10 a.m., but I also understand it's now 11 a.m. So I don't know. There's been some subtle change in the time, so we'll have to check and see what's going on. But our staff person indicated it was supposed to be at 11 o'clock, so just to make you aware of that.
Yeah, we'll check on that.
We on our website, we have now had a new picture put up there, compliments of Miss Contant. We are now celebrating Miss Utility and Safe Digging Month in April. So if any of you have inclinations to grab a shovel and go digging in your yard or wherever, don't hesitate to dial 811 and get Miss Utility to come out and locate all your utilities for safe digging purposes. Our next commission meeting is on Tuesday, April the 19th.
Thank you, Mr. Howard. Is there anyone from the public here that wishes to make public comment? I don't know if I've asked that or not. Don't see anyone. Thanks very much, everyone. We're adjourned.
And now you get to figure out what the damn